Welcome to our Insider segment right here on Halton News. Today joining me is Robert Bear, known as the Mayor of Music or the owner of SoFX Canada, inspiring so many people to get involved in the music industry right here in our own backyards. So Rob, why don't you first talk about this movement and how many people have been getting involved?
Perfect. Well, the Canadian Original Live Music Series is pretty exciting because the idea is it takes people from the cover music and listen to other people's music, other people's poetry, as I say it, and it brings them onto a stage where they can actually speak from their heart and speak their own words, their own philosophy. And that's the whole point of the Canadian Original Live Music Series, is to give people a chance that are at homes with thoughts, with songs, with poetry, to step up to the stage and take it to the next level.
Fantastic. And now you inspire people of all ages, including and specifically the youth. Can you talk to me about how many youth are getting involved and how you inspire them to get up onto the stage?
Absolutely. Well, that's the funnest part of what I do, considering that I started off the jam and everything that I did so I could get my own music out there, starting off with cover music and then building original music into it. So, and then I found that we started to get really busy, and then we started to build our night, and we built it, and it got to the point where I couldn't play anymore or sing because there were so many other people, youth and all ages. But the neat part about the youth is that you take somebody who wants to hit a home run or something and give them a chance. So we're staging them. I find that the biggest issue is people don't have a chance to speak. Music allows people to speak. And so it's neat to see a youth go from quiet, unsure. I'm 47 years old. I have best friends who are 19 years old. One of my, Lucas Redwood is a very interesting young man who came to me and basically mentored off of how I've built my events, and he's immediately successful. But to see where he's come from, to step up onto he's been on the stages, but to organize something where there's multiple musicians singing original music, I watched his life change, which is one of the many people. There's been like hundreds of people that have come through, but there's easily, like, again, the numbers is interesting. I haven't really calculated the numbers, but the network is huge of musicians that are out there with originals. We've actually had people that never had originals that want to be at the Canadian Original Live Music Series. So bands that then wrote originals, and now they're coming to our series doing covers and originals, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference in their heart, in their faces, in what they're doing when they're doing original music.
And here in Burlington specifically, and across the Halton region, we know that there's been a lot of successful bands. We look at Walk Off the Earth, or Finger 11, I think, was from in and around this area. A lot of really famous talent. Do you see some potentials at your music series for people to keep their eye on that could maybe make it to the big levels at some point?
Well, absolutely. That's the neatest part of it. And it's usually a long run when you're dealing with original music versus cover music. But again, Burlington has a great arts and culture community. I was part of the original Arts and Culture Collective, and as it grew into the council. And so it was really neat to see the necessity for what we have here in Burlington, because there's so much talent. There's so much talent that wants to be heard, and unless they get up and start, we can't filter through, we can't get them past that. And then I guess we just have a culture that's a little bit diminished in that sense. So my goal is just to get them on stage so they can get their chance.
So for those watching out there who are at-home musicians or playing in a garage somewhere, how do they get involved? Do they have to audition, or do they just get to make it their way up to the stage?
Well, the neat thing is that we have multiple stages to move them up to the Canadian Original Live Music Series, which is also televised by Your TV. And so that stage is, we can build them because we do have a weekly jam, which encourages that. And it's from good people that are running the jam too. So it's professional people that are running the jam to stage people. So you can come down to the jam, try out your songs a couple of times up until the November 24th. You could come every Sunday and practice your songs. So we have a rehearsal stage, which is our jam.
All right, and let's talk about November 24th. You have the event coming up.
Yes. So November 24th, we'll stage up. It's November 24th, Sunday. We usually do it on a Friday, but it's going to be on a Sunday between 1 and 4. It's really great because on Sundays, all artists that would be coming out are usually working Fridays and Saturdays. So Sunday's a perfect day. And yeah, we're going to have 8 to 10 acts. Some of them will be solo, some of them will be duos, trios, and bands. So everything from solos to that. We allow the solos 15 minutes to play, which gets recorded, of course, for the show. And then we allow the bands 30 minutes. And that's also a step to make people that are solo band up. So now I have people that have actually gone from solos to go get bands so they could play.
Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Well, again, those details are coming up on Sunday, November 24th. It's the Canadian Original Live Music Series right here in Burlington at the Black Swan Pub and Grill. and that's located right at Palladium Way. For more information and to check out who's playing, go to facebook.com/SoFX Canada.